So I'm doing this one as in part of my independent wrestling around the UK reviews. As you know, I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm doing this one on the wrestler known as Drill. If you're interested in independent wrestling locally around the country, send me a message and I'll recommend some of the ones to go to. There's some great family-friendly ones. There's some great 18-plus ones. It gives you a whole new world for you bored with WWE. I want something different. I just want to take your kids to one, stuff like this. But moving on. So, Drill. What I'm doing is, I always say this first. None of my reviews on the wrestlers are personal. They're all based on my opinion of their wrestling abilities. So I do it through a lot. Drill is a brawler. His wrestling style is very brawl-based. One of the things I really like about him is his psychology. I'd say the best thing about Drill is his wrestling psychology. He's very interactive with the fans. He's very good at, like, say it's a family-friendly show. He's very good at being a heel. He can get the cheap heat off the kids, off the families, while at the same time keeping them very engaged, which is very hard to do in the match. He won't be doing 450 splashes, jumps over the top ropes, etc., 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 stuff like that, but he will tell a good story, and he goes more to the era of not necessarily like him, but people like Stone Cold, where you feel they're telling a good story, they're really telling the fight. Like when you see him against his opponents, you feel he's trying to win the match, he's trying to hurt them. He doesn't do stupid, over-the-top gymnastic type moves, which just, they look fancy, they can bore you very quick. He will engage you in a 15, 16, 17-minute match by telling the story, which is one of the things I think is very important in wrestling. Unlike, like, MMA, boxing stuff, obviously with wrestling, you're telling the story, you're trying to get people engaged, like watching a movie. You want to watch an entertaining fight scene, you don't really want to watch a roll around on the floor or a 2-second knockout, unless it's telling the story again, of course. So he's very good at that. I'd say his ring psychology, probably a 9. I don't like to give 10s, but I'd probably give him a 9. I'd say he's his heel, a 9 again. I think he's a perfect heel. Don't really dig him as a face. I haven't seen him too often as a face, so I give him a good heel review. I would also say his in-ring work is a good 7. When you mix it with the psychology and everything else. What else would I say? His mic skills are very, very good. That's probably actually criminally bad of me that I didn't mention his mic skills, because his mic skills are awesome. He's also great as an announcer as well, which many people can't do. And the reason I'm doing these reviews, I'm trying to do it like, it'd be great if there was a wrestling federation that people could watch. You know, it was just big on the internet, something like with weekly shows, a bit like Raw and SmackDown, stuff like that, with UK-based wrestling. I think that's something that this country could really do with. And someone like Drill is someone I think could be in the upper mid-card to main event scene. I think he'd be very good. Like I said, he can tell a story really well. He's very entertaining. He doesn't try any stupid moves that I've ever seen where you go like, that's a move he couldn't pull off. He always does them to a high, good level and standard. So overall, I'd probably give Drill probably a 9 out of 10. As a heel, a 9 out of 10. As a face, maybe a 7. But as a heel, a 9 out of 10. Big fan. Just check him out. He's on Instagram, he's on TikTok. Check him out as Drill. And he wrestles at a lot of different places. And he's definitely worth going to check out.